Hello, great people, and welcome back to yet another amazing episode of the Escapades. And for this particular episode, I'm going to give you a one-on-one tutorial on how you can be able, or you will be able to apply for your death certificate online from anywhere in Kenya. And yeah, so let's get into it. So first things first, you will have to log into a citizen account and come to the civil registration services, this particular tab over here, and click on that, and it will bring you to this particular landing page. So guys, before even we continue, without further ado, make sure that you go through these particular services that are offered here, and please select the one that is most, or the one that is the one that pertains to you. So there is two types of current death payment countrywide. This indicates if you have lost a relative or a friend and the person lives away from Nairobi, you are going to use this particular service over here. But if you have lost a friend or a relative and they reside or they passed away while in Nairobi County, you are going to use this particular service over here. So please be very careful when you are applying for this particular service. So for this particular service, I'm going to use this one over here. This one indicates for any death or a loss of a relative, a friend who is residing or passed away from Nairobi County. That's why it has been indicated countrywide. Please, I insist, for someone who has passed away from Nairobi County, you are going to use the countrywide, this particular section over here. So once you click over there just like that, it's going to bring you to this particular landing page whereby there is the instructions on how to apply for this certificate. So first things first, you'll have to go ahead and fill up the online application form, and you also be able to upload the required documents, pay for your application, and you will also be required to present the receipts as proof that you have paid for the application during the time that you'll be going for the certificate. Then from there, the applicant should come in person with a copy of the invoice and original identification documents for the applicant and the deceased when picking the certificate. So please note that one, because it's very important. So what is required is the burial permit, the copy of identification documents, either the ID, passport or birth certificate, a scanned copy of a police report / letter from the chief or health institution reporting and confirming the passing away of the person. So from there, the application should be submitted at least 30 days after the time of the passing. You understand? Then all communication once the certificate is ready will be done through SMS. Okay, during correction, the applicant must surrender the original ID of the person who has passed. You understand me? So this application costs 250, and please note that this is just for one certificate, because in some instances you may require more than one certificate at a go. So for each certificate is going to cost you 200 Kenya shillings and a service charge of 50 bob. So let's proceed to the next part. So in this section, it's where we'll find the applicant details. This is the person who is applying on behalf of the person who has passed or left us. So in this case, I am the one who is applying on behalf of the person who has left us. So my details will appear up here. So my name, my ID, my phone number, and my email. Then from there, the applicant address, where is the person applying on behalf of the person who has passed or the deceased. We are applying it from, let's say I'm applying it from Nairobi. Yeah, let's say I'm applying it from Nairobi, then it's going to ask you the relationship to the deceased. The relationship, who you are applying on behalf of the person who has passed. What is your relationship? Maybe you can say an aunt or an uncle. Let's just say an uncle or something. Let's say a let's say a grandfather. Yeah. Then from there we'll just proceed on next. Once we proceed on next, these particular sections here, it's where we indicate the details of the person who has left us. So in this particular section, it's going to ask us the type of application. Is it a new application for that certificate, or is it a replacement certificate? So for this demonstration, I'm going to apply a new or current certificate. So from there we are going to write the burial permit number right here. But if it was a replacement, we were supposed to write the previous certificate number of the previous certificate that we had been given. So from here we're just going to write the number there. Then from there it's going to ask you the category of the person who has left us. So in this particular section it's asking us, was it an adult or a child? So in this particular section we are going to say it was an adult. Then it's going to ask you the type of identification that he or she had. So in this section you can either take the ID, the alien card, the refugee card, or if you don't have any access to any of those cards, you can just say cannot access the ID. So for my case, I'll just say I can't access the ID. But if you have the ID, just press here and you will just be prompted to insert the ID here and the first name and search, and it's going to give you the name of the person who has passed. From here we just place on cannot access the ID for my case and just write their name. Let's say that's their name over there. That's their name. Yeah. Then from there we'll just go to the you have to give the date of the passing. So in this case, let's say the date of the passing was 10, and you also have to give the gender. So the gender is male. So in this part it's asking us the occupation of the departed. The occupation of this departed was a farmer. Yeah. So we just write farmer here like that. So from there it's asking us the age when the departed left us. So we just add the age right there. From there it will asking us, did the departed pass in a hospital or away from a hospital? So in our case, he did in a hospital. He passed in a hospital, so we just write the hospital. Yes, he passed in the hospital and the name of the hospital. Let's just say that let's say in Kwale, yeah, where he passed. From there it's asking us the county where he passed. So in this part we are going to write the county as Kware. From there the sub-county was Lunga for our case. So down here it's asking us the number of copies that we require, the number of certificate, the passing certificate or the death certificate that we require. It's asking us for that. So it's asking us how many certificates we require. The maximum that you can get for every one application is 10. Once you do either more than 10, it is not going to the next part. You see, the value should not be greater than 10. So the maximum you can get is 10. From there you just proceed to next. So in this particular section, the pickup location should be the registration office at the sub-county or head office Nairobi, where the event occurred. You understand me? So where do you wish to correct the certificate from? The head office. So for me, I would like to correct this certificate in Nairobi, because this is where I am nearest to. So for me, so the count, it's asking you where the deceased passed on. So you'll just have to write it was Kware, the sub county was Runga. So from here you just proceed to next. In this particular section, you are going to upload these documents. Upload a scanned copy of a burial permit and also upload a scanned copy of the applicant's identification document. You understand? You are going to upload these two documents. It can either be in PDF, JPEG, PNG, and should not exceed 2 MBs. You understand me? So after you have uploaded those two documents, you will proceed to next, whereby you will come over here and you'll declare that all the information that you have given is correct and to your best of knowledge. So you just tick on that and preview all the information that you have given. Like that. So after you reach this particular point, you just come to the complete section. Once you come here, you remember from our previous section where we had stated we want how many certificates? 10. So it was 10 certificates times 200 plus a service fee of 50 bob. So as you can see down here, how much am I going to pay? I'm going to pay 2,000. I'm going to pay 2,050 Kenya shilling. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video up to there. So you'll just have to pay for the application fees for the certificate, and you'll be notified once it's complete, once it's ready for correction, and you'll be notified through SMS. So until next time guys, goodbye.